Welcome to this session. In this session, we are trying to understand everything about network adapters. Okay, we will try to understand everything about it. So, as soon as we do IP config, we will see all this information, right? What is adapter here, right? Network adapters. So, that we will try to decode in this section. So we will try to see, are this section equals to physical network interface card? Why do I see so many adapters? Who creates them? Can I have more? All these questions we will try to understand slowly, cleanly and deeply. So let us start. So first thing is, not every section is a physical NIC. So NIC is a network interface card. So every system, if they want to connect to network, then they are supposed to have NIC. That is a physical card actually present into your system. Okay, so how many network interface card we will have? Physical, correct? We will have one for Wi-Fi, one for Ethernet. Ethernet means your local network. Okay, so we will have two, and one more is for Bluetooth. Okay, Bluetooth, but not exactly NIC, but it behaves like a one. Now I have said, right, we will have three currently for normal users, but then why Windows it's showing 5 or 10 adapters? Why that is possible? Because Windows creates a virtual adapter based on installed drivers, OS features, VPNs, HyperV, containers, networking, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi virtualization. All these concepts create a virtual adapters, because all these concepts via which our system can communicate to the other system, right? So adapter is nothing but a way to communicate to the external device, right? For example, a home. If you take a home, right, you have this home. This home has one door here, other door is here, other is a back door which is here. For example, there's a window which is present here, there's another window, there's another here window. Okay, so all these ways via which one can get out of the house, right? So these are the ways via which one can communicate outside the house, right? So all these are called as the adapter for your house. So similar way, all these ways via which a system can communicate to external devices, correct, or some virtual concepts like VPN, for example, right? So all these concepts creates a adapter. OS creates for them adapter. Okay, so that their communication is maintained in an isolated environment, right? For example, if you are running Docker on your system, then it will create a container. Then how to maintain this communication, right? How to manage this communication? So that's why there is a separate adapter will be there. So in simple language now, what Windows calls adapter? Okay, what concept or what is that for which Windows calls a adapter? So if you have a hardware like NIC install, then there is adapter. If you have virtual devices, then it will be adapter. Then you have a Bluetooth. If you have a loopback devices which communicate with themselves or the system, right? So if you have a virtual Wi-Fi, you have a VPN, then you have a Hyper-V, Docker. So all these things for which OS creates the adapters. So in my IP config, we will have the first two, right? Wireless LAN adapter local area connection. So these are a virtual virtual adapters created by OS. Okay, this is the one which is a physical, where I have currently connected to the Wi-Fi. This is for Bluetooth, and this is for my Ethernet, local area network. But I don't have currently any cable plugged in, so that's why it is also empty. So these many currently it is showing. But if you are using some hotspot, any virtual hosted network, for all these purposes also you can see separate adapters here. So now why OS create the adapter, right? Why? Let us try to understand the purpose behind it. Why it creates it. Okay. So the purpose is isolation. Every adapter means every adapter give your system a identity. Like for Wi-Fi, you have seen I have a IPv6 address, right? So for every adapter will give a specific identity to your system, so that one-to-one communication will be maintained. Okay, that will be a isolated communication, right? So it will not get tampered by any other communication. So it will again help for bridging purpose, right? It will bridge the devices. Then packet filtering can be done. Then security policies can be enforced, correct, separately if you have a separate one-to-one communication. Then multiple networks can communicate, right? Multiple network simultaneously can communicate. So all these things can be achieved with the help of network adapter. That's why OS uses it. Now, how many network adapters? That is, those are not fixed. As soon as the technical innovation continues, right? Different ways of communication between devices, between the networks come up, right? For them, network adapter will be created. It's like I used to give an example, right? For example, you have one mouth, correct? One mouth you have, one ear you have, two ears, right? Let's but consider it as a one ear functionality you have, one mouth functionality you have. But you can talk via walkie talkies. You can talk directly. You have talk via virtual phones, right? All these things you can do, right? So similarly, your mouth is a physical Wi-Fi in technical words. Your ear is a Ethernet, for example. You have a walkie-talkies, means Bluetooth network. Bluetooth you can access, right? Then you have a VPN. You can talk to any virtual private network, right? Then you have a Hyper-V. Hyper-V allow you to install another operating system altogether onto your same system. Means your own system can act, has the capability to act as a two system, right? That is what IP Hyper-V. Then you have a walkie channels, right, which we told. Walkie channel, for example, it's a Docker networks, right? If you can install a Docker on your system, then you can set up a network of Docker. So all these things possible with the help of adapter. So this is a quick session about adapter. I hope you would have understood it, the concept of adapter, why they are there, how many can be there, why somebody uses it, right? How many physical adapters we will have, how many logical adapters we will have, what is their purpose. So if you like this video, do share, subscribe and tell your friend about my channel. Thank you.